Hey, so one of the questions I've gotten since I started this little Reinvent series, talking about this change in my life and in general, just talking with people about how do you reinvent yourself. One of the big questions is how do you afford it? Let's talk about the money part of it, and absolutely critical question and part of this whole thing. And yes, a major move like this has involved money, trade-offs, sacrifice, different things that we did that made it possible to do this. But one thing to consider here is that there is a cost in making this change, but there's also a cost in staying put and not doing anything, right? So every change has a big old price associated with it. I think people see me playing music and playing gigs downtown, whatever, all these different things, and it is so much fun. But at the same time, there's definitely been a price that I've had to pay. I don't want to give the impression that like I walked away from my job and was able to just boom right into music. And I mean, we have a lot of things going on besides all that. It didn't all just magically work out. I had to make sacrifices and trade-offs along the way. We've put off some vacations, had to watch our spending, drive older cars, put some money into the music. And I would say a big intangible is sort of accepting a little bit more uncertainty along the way. So every change has a price, but staying put where you are has a price too. Back when I was an executive recruiter in corporate America, I used to talk to people about making job changes. Well, what's the risk if I got this company I've been with for a while and everything's great and it's very familiar and comfortable, and how do I know what's going on over here behind door number 2 with this other job, this other company? And 100% need to evaluate all of those risks and that uncertainty. But you have to also realize and recognize that there is a risk, an opportunity cost, if you will, of staying put and doing what you're doing. If I always do what I always keep doing what I'm doing here, I'm just going to kind of get more of the same. And who's to say that your current situation is completely secure? Just because it's familiar and comfortable doesn't necessarily mean it's totally secure. I know from many years of being a recruiter, leadership changes in companies, industries, technology changes, positions get eliminated. Sometimes we can mistake the familiar and the comfortable with security. And yes, there is risk in moving, but there's definitely still risk in standing still and doing nothing. So what is the opportunity cost of not doing anything? And I think that's something that you have to think about. If I spend another 5 years kind of doing what I'm doing now and I don't start to add in or make this change or move in this direction of this passion that I want to pursue, what's it going to feel like in 5 years from now? Do I want to build a business? Is there a creative endeavor? Is it music? A different career maybe? Maybe just a different version of your current situation, but better, less stress or whatever. So again, you evaluated it. Everybody's situation's a little bit different. Sometimes staying put is absolutely the best thing to do and absolutely the right decision, but that is still a decision, and there is still a cost. Doing nothing is still a choice, if that makes sense. I didn't just jump into this willy-nilly, right? So I started building relationships in the music world. We started investing in real estate, rental properties and things like that a number of years ago, and we started building all of that, relationships in that, building our portfolio a little bit along the way. And I didn't have some big 401k, but I chose to, kind of go the direction of investing in real estate. Thankfully, it's worked out well. well enough, okay? So I want to be clear about that. Again, driving older cars, skipping a vacation, watching our spending, being a little careful. That's what you have to do. That's what we did. That's what I did. If I didn't just immediately just jump, I started building those relationships in the music industry along the way. I started building relationships in the real estate and building all of that, to give myself that option and that backstop. So trade-offs and sacrifices. What are you willing to trade for getting the life that you want? How much is it going to cost? Like I've talked about in the other videos, I recommend writing it all down. Think about it. Write it down. It helps to write everything down and just look at it and have that time to kind of reflect. What am I willing to trade for the life that I want? For me, some of that has meant, just those little sacrifices along the way, giving up some certainty. I definitely don't have necessarily certainty now. Everything's a little different, but we're able to keep going. Everything is good. So everybody's got a different situation. Everybody's got to evaluate this. But I do want you to think about what can you be doing now, like we talked about in the last video. What can you be doing now? What steps can you be taking now? What relationships can you be pursuing that will pave the way for your next chapter whenever it is time for you to make that change? And if it's leaving a job and going in the direction of music or whatever it is, what can I be doing now to move in that direction? So again, this is something that took time, but you have to evaluate where you are in your life health-wise. Am I going to wait another 15, 20 years to do this, or am I still going to have the energy and the vitality to do it at that point? Those are all the trade-offs, and those are all the things that you got to think about. So anyway, I just wanted to share some of those thoughts that we were building, we were doing, and creating those options along the way. And I hope that the same is true for you. If you've been working in a corporate job or some kind of a job or a business for years and years, I hope that you've got something to show for that, and that you can make some moves to create the flexibility to give yourselves the option to be able to make the changes that you want. Hope this helps. If you're getting value here, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep in touch for sure. I love reading your comments and learning about your stories and all the things that you all are going through. I'm humbled that anybody would tune in and watch any of this. I really look forward to keeping in touch, and stay tuned. We got more to come. And thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Have a great day.